Hi Sagittarius, this is Mimi with Divination by Mimi. Welcome to your January 15th through the 31st tarot reading with a little bit of astrology and oracle guidance if necessary. You are a mutable fire sign. You are a ruled by Jupiter, which is an expansive energy, and you rule the ninth house, which tends to be about higher education, travel, and seeking the truth. Finding the very depth of the truth is a very important thing to Sagittarius. At the moment, your ruling planet, Jupiter, is right now in the 8th house, Scorpio's house. And so you'll probably see this on the world stage as he's kind of unearthing and shining light on some of those less than savory behaviors of those in authority. So a very important time that it's there. So like the Harvey Weinstein stuff, or the sex scandals that we're seeing popping up on the news. This is evidence of that. The Me Too, the Me Too thing happened a long time ago, actually, but it's recently taken off in light of these sex scandals, these sexual abuse scandals, and this is the evidence of Jupiter shining his light in the underworld to unearth these secrets and lies and bring them out into the light of day so that we can move beyond them, recognize them, acknowledge them, and move beyond them. Again, ninth house, seeking truth. Jupiter's that way, you're that way. There's a couple of lunations of import. First one is a new moon in Capricorn. Now, at the moment, the 10th house is loaded with planetary energetic activity. So at the time of the new moon, which is on the 16th or the 17th, we have, of course, the sun and the moon there because a new moon is conjunct. It's a result of the earth casting a shadow onto the moon, obscuring the light of the sun so it can't reflect. So that's in the 10th house of authority. Okay. Also in that house, we've got two archetypal females and two archetypal males. The two archetypal females are Venus, the goddess of love. You could associate her with a Set or Inanna, and other in the Kemetic or the Sumerian mythos. And then the Black Moon Lilith energy, which is sort of the repressed feminine energy, the scapegoated feminine energy, and this would possibly show itself as Nephthys in Kemetic or Ereshkigal in Sumerian. It's basically two types of the female, because when you look at the Sumerian myth, it really is two aspects of the same goddess. Ereshkigal and Inanna are the same, because there is a dark and a light side to everything. So there's Inanna and there's Ereshkigal, and in this case we've got Venus and Black Moon Lilith. Okay. Also two archetypal males. Saturn, which is the ruler of the 10th house, Capricorn. He's kind of the strict father. Okay. He is restriction, structure, law, and order. We also have Pluto, the lord of the underworld, who's about sex, death, other people's money, and power. So two male archetypes, two female archetypes, and then we have the androgen archetype of Mercury, who's in there. So that is 7, is that right? 7 planets, right? Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus. Yes, that's 7 planets in the 10th house of authority. Okay, so this is at the time of this new moon in Capricorn, which is the 10th house. On that date, there's also a square being formed with another archetype, Uranus. Now, Uranus is in Aries, the first house of the natural natal chart, which has to do with I am, the will of the individual self. The new soul born into the world saying, I'm here, I am. First house. And it's ruled by Aries, which is a fiery nature. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, which is the 11th house, and that is about the collective. It's also about progress, future thinking, and it's about revolution. So Uranus's archetype is kind of the rebel in a lot of different ways. Politically, evolutionary, technologically, he just is about changing things and moving forward. And sometimes that manifests itself in abrupt changes. So there is a square, which is a slightly irritating aspect being formed between this new moon in the house of structure and authority and law and order, with the rebel and the revolutionary and the activist and the collectivist of Uranus in Aries. So very much like an irritating grain of sand sort of moving around and irritating the flesh of an oyster or a scallop or clam or whatever it is to create the beautiful result of a pearl. agitation like that or irritation like that creates change. Okay, so it's actually ultimately quite good. So with this energy of the rebel squaring off with authority, you might find, you know, on a microcosm level, that you want to pick a fight with your boss or your partner or your parents or a cop or the landlord, the bank, some position of authority that has power over you. You're standing up to the man, and so to speak. That might manifest itself in you with that instinct. On that same note, we will likely see this played out on the world stage, possibly more police clashes with activists as the political tension grows. And Uranus is only gaining momentum. He's recently gone, after being retrograde a long time and still showing his your major change Uranian energy. Now he's direct, gaining momentum and heading into the second house, which brings me to my next point. The second house is ruled by Taurus. Taurus is many things: money, value, beauty, and the body, and earth. Okay, so the reason I'm bringing this up is, as Uranus is an unpredictable, non-stagnant, ever-changing, unexpected changes kind of energy, and it's moving into the house that kind of rules the body, I'm suggesting everybody start to really take care of their health. Maybe spend a little extra money on good organic food. Exercise, get enough sleep, drink enough water, maybe alkalize your diet. These things are very important because with these changes occurring, with Uranus, this unexpected energy moving into the house that has to do with the earth, with commerce, with finances, and with the body, I feel it's very important that we start taking care of ourselves to get ready for this move. And just to let you know, that's happening in May. All right, I won't go on with that too long. And just one more aspect to go over is the second full supermoon of the month. So there are 2 full supermoons in the month of January 2018. This second one is on the 31st of January. It's in Leo, the 5th house, which is about self-expression for the sake of expressing the self. Again, that might correlate with that new moon energy where you might want to express your feelings on an issue. So this is all kind of a momentum that's building up to this energy, and it's a full moon, which is kind of like your antenna being on high, and it's a supermoon, so it's closer to the earth. So the potency of the energy is quite high. You might feel either a desire to express yourself creatively or just express yourself generally. So just be prepared for that energy. And that's the 31st. I think that's all I wanted to tell you astrologically. So let's get into your sign, Sag. Excuse me, your reading. I am using the Morgan Greer, which is a Rider-Waite-Smith system-based deck. And we are doing a 4-card pull. This is based on something that's on your mind in your life at the moment. So this could be some thought that's going on in your head, some emotion, or a recent event that's coloring your life at the moment. That's the first card. That'll indicate that. The second card is a positive aspect to that. Third card is a negative aspect to that. And then the fourth and final card would be something to do with an overall advice that Spirit might wish to relay. And this is for Sagittarius. Mutable fire, ruler of the 9th house, which is about expansive education, truth-finding, and travel, learning. And ruled by Jupiter, the expansive energy currently in the 8th house, or the underworld. What do we need to know for Sagittarius for January 15th through the 31st, 2018? Mutable fire. Sagittarius, January 15th through the 31st, 2018. Holy Hecate. Cosmic soul, mother, guide, Titaness, creatrix of the universe. What does Sagittarius need to know for January 15th to the 31st, 2008? Thank you. Knight of Cups. You got love on your mind. That's nice. Positive aspect. The end of either a 3-party situation or possibly the end of you overindulging in some way. Could be food, could be drink, could be sex, could be rock and roll, drugs, what have you. Negative aspect. This is the 9 of Swords, and this is that mental energy that we create for ourselves. It keeps us kind of Keeps us kind of imprisoned. It's not the 8, the one where it's actually a lady surrounded by swords. This is the stuff that keeps us up at night. So a thought is a thought, and a thought can be changed, right? But it can truly imprison us. So right now what we've got here is, what's on your mind is a love, an offer of love. The positive aspect of it is you've actually departed from this love, possibly due to infidelity. The negative aspect of it is you're thinking your decision. In other words, they might be coming back in to say, I've changed, give me another chance. I'm so sorry, it'll never happen again. I'll never do it again. And you're kind of in your head about your decision. Did I make the right decision? Did I burn a bridge here, to quote a friend? Did I, am I alienating myself? Am I alienating them? Am I being unfair? Okay. Overall advice is, it kind of seals the deal here on your decision. You made the right decision ultimately. It is the end of the happy home or the relationship. This is the 4 of Wands. Very often this is seen as a wedding, but it's a celebration of passion and of love. Generally it has to do with marriage, or whatever that means in your life. Celebration of some kind, hand fasting, the expression of commitment. That commitment was broken with the infidelity that occurred here with the third party that came in, and it is over. Okay, now this is the defeat card. The defeat that Spirit is expressing to you here is not you. Okay, so do not stay here in this prison of thought, of energy that you can't get beyond, that does nothing but stand in your way of moving on and growing. Okay, the defeat is the relationship. It's not the one that you defeated. It's not that you defeated the relationship. It just means that the relationship is over. It might appear as though one party won because you feel like you were one-upped. You know, you were taken advantage of. You're a sucker, right? But you're not. You would only be a sucker if you took this fool back. Because this fool already showed himself or herself to you. You made the right decision by dropping it. Leave it dropped. Because if you were to take it back, look at this shady character. Well, I did it once. She let me get away with it, or he let me get away with it before. What's going to happen the next time? I won't lose him. That's narcissistic behavior. This is narcissistic behavior. The fact that this is over is a good thing. These actions show the true nature of this person. This could be a male or female, okay? Guy or girl. I'm not saying it's a guy. So do not sit here and beat yourself up and question. See, your hands are tied there, right? Don't imprison yourself like this. Don't get caught up in that energy. Firstly, it's a waste of time. You're literally beating yourself in the head for something that you've already got proof was a worthy ending and needed to end. Secondly, it's going to affect you physically. And remember, I spoke just a moment ago about Uranus moving into Taurus in May. Please take care of yourself. The mind creates so much in the body. It manifests so many things in the body. Use your mind to heal the body rather than harm the body. Okay? So get out of this energy. You made the right decision. I promise you, you made the right decision. There's someone better for you. Okay, I hope this helps, Sag. Obviously, this isn't for everyone. It seems pretty specific. If you have a question on it or a comment about it, leave it in the comment section below. If you would like a personal reading, feel free to email me at mememes@hotmail.com. That email address is in the description box below the video. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. We are a small channel, but we are growing slowly and organically, which is nice. And it creates a nice dialogue when people do join in, because I plan on including more videos on more in the esoteric realm, on subjects of philosophy and politics and things like that. So I would love to have you join in the conversation. If this did or didn't resonate with you, perhaps it might with a friend. So consider sharing it, and then like it if it did actually help you. If you didn't like it, I don't care. Do what you got to do. And I think that's it, Sag. So I will see you for the lunations, and otherwise I will see you in February. You take care, Sag.